Detonator indicator is definitely here. Detonator version 6 now available to everyone. BitcoinTav.com with the ultimate trading course. Get your Detonator 6. It's explosive. Great gains been made with this indicator. So, welcome to all of you around the world, right here on air. A Day Trade Masters, where traders rise and markets shine. For myself, Nico Leroux, analyst and trainer at BitcoinTav.com, and today we're going to delve into a very cool mindset and psychology subject. One of the most important things we can do and look at when we are trading. So welcome to all of you. I just want to quickly do my tests and see if we are live everywhere. Just with YouTube, if everyone can hear me. So we see mindset and psychology. Everyone can hear me. I can see it's going there. I've got my chat open, so please ask any trading questions that you might have in the chat channel here. So I'm just gonna make sure I've got live chat and everything's open. I see people coming in. Welcome to everyone here. So, interesting edition today, and I believe this is number 5. Is it number 5? 4, 5. I think episode 5, and we will delve into trading mindsets, steps for traders. I've seen in the past, and I've encountered this plenty of times as a trader myself, that mindset and psychology and risk management really go hand in hand when it comes to trading, and it's very important, because at the end of the day, you're going to be your own worst nightmare when it comes to trade. You can have the best indicator, like the detonator, hint hint. You can have the best analogy, you can have the best strategy that you teach in Ultimate Trading course and all the other courses. You can have everything. But if your mindset is not right, if your mindset's not correct, if your mindset is not there, you can have the best tools, your house will fall apart. It will explode, because your mindset, like I said, is your worst enemy when it comes to trading. So we need to manage it. We need to get our mindsets ready for when we are trading. So I've got like 10 steps I worked out that we can look at today in this edition of the Trading with Day Trade Masters. And then later on, also a favorite of the week, we will jump into the pattern of the week as well. So let's get in with it. Let me just jump into our little slide here. And you can see we got 10 trading mindsets here. So, sorry, I just want to test again if everyone can just hear me. Just want to make sure. As well. Yeah, cool. Everyone can hear me still, so that is good. So, now, like I said, this is a very important segment, and a very important type of thing we need to remember when it gets to mindset and trading mindset especially. So I've got point 1 here that I quickly want to focus on. So I've got 10 of them. Mindset 1, set clear trading goals. So why is that important? We need a defined purpose. We need to keep ourselves focused and prevent impulsive decisions at the end of the day. So how do we do this? How do we set a clear trading goal? We write down specific, realistic goals. So please do not go in with the mindset of, I am going in and I'm going to get 80 to 90 to 100% profits today. That is unrealistic. We need to keep it realistic. So we write down those realistic goals. So we say, okay, I'm going to aim today maybe for 2% gains on a day trade, or I'm going to maybe do a 5 or 10% on my day trade today, or in this week, I want to do a 5, a 10% in this week of trading. In swing trading, say medium term, I want to look at the 10 to 15 to 20% type of trade. And this is that expectation that you put down for yourself at the end of the day. So that's a clear trading goal. You do not go into your week of trading like, oh, I'm going to do 2,000% this week. There's no such thing. We need to keep it to clear trading goals. So let's hop on to the next one. Mindset 2, develop a pre-trade routine. This is very important, very, very important, because a consistent routine, it primes your mind for disciplined trading. At the end of the day, it reduces the emotional reactions that us as humans have, not just to trading, basically to everything. So how will we go about developing this pre-trade routine? We spend 5 to 10 minutes before trading reviewing charts. Yes. Now, what we teach in the Ultimate Trading course, we delve deep into this type of mindset. And we teach our students also what to do. There's a whole list of things to do, and also a whole list of trading rules we stick to stick to this type of plan. But just as a little introduction here, that pre-trade routine, one hint I can give is spend a couple of minutes before trading. Just look at the chart. Look at your indicators. Look at your strategy. Is everything in place? Is all the confluence there? Is everything on point? If so, then you have that confidence to carry on with your routine of trading. But if not, what do we avoid here? We avoid of being just jumping in. Just looking at the chart and jumping in. We need to review the chart first. So like I said, we still discuss this in depth in the Ultimate Trading course. Go check it out on bitcointaf.com. We also got the links down here in the description that I put out there for you to check it out. Mindset 3, practice emotional detachment. Now, very, very important here. We cannot get emotional. Emotional is the biggest thief of your profits. Desperation too. There's two biggest things of profits in trading. Is emotions and desperation. It really robs you of your profits. So emotions like fear and greed can lead to chasing trades. And that we hear this a lot when we talk in Day Trade Masters on the webinars, or when we talk in the course. Chasing trades is one of the big no-nos that we do not do. You do not chase a trade. You don't hop on a trade when it's too late. You do not FOMO. Ever heard of FOMO? Fear of missing out. We do not do that. And we also do not exit too early. We get in at the right time. We exit at the right time. By what? By using the strategy we teach in the Ultimate Trading course. The strategy of the detonator we show you, as well as all the other indicators at bitcointaf.com. We show you that. You will know exactly where to enter and exit. So how do we do this? How do we practice this emotional detachment? We treat each trade basically as a data point, not as a personal win or a loss. If you lose, do not take it personal. If you win, do not take it personal. Plenty of people in the beginning will win, they will get their profit, or they will win a trade or 2 or 3, and they think they're unbeatable. When you fly too high, you will come down. Unfortunately, that is just the law of physics. That's just the law of balance too. Do not fly too high. If you win and lose, use it as a data point. Do not take it emotionally. Don't make it personal. So visualize losses as part of the process. When it comes to losses, visualize losses as part of the process, focusing on a longer term consistency. So I've spoken about this before. Snowballing, the snowball effect. That's how your profit build-up will be. Not one win and that is it. It's not how it works. So that emotional attachment is very, very important for us that we need to remember. Okay, so mindset 4, sticking to a trading plan. Again, very important. How do you do? Where do you get your trading plan? That's first of all, where do you get the trading plan if you do not have one? Again, this is where education comes into play. bitcointaf.com has all the courses you need to succeed in creating a trading plan, because you're going to learn your strategy, you're going to learn your indicators that you need and the only indicators you need, and you will then form your trading plan accordingly. So having a trading plan enforces discipline, preventing random trades in a fast-moving crypto market. So how do we do this? So we outline we outline, you'll see in Day Trade Masters, MTT, we outline entry and exit criteria. We actually, and Korea Day Trade Masters posts a little block on his charts, as well as on his signals in the Telegram channel. He posts us the entry exit criteria. He gives risk limits. He gives a time frame focus, and then follow it religiously. That's the trading plan. You need to have your entry and exit criteria, where you're going to enter, exit. Your risk limits, what's your risk management? There's a nice little tool I can show you in TradingView that you can use. And then your time frame focus. This is very important. Not having a time frame focus is going to really, really confuse you. I've heard of people doing 5 minute, and then they jump to 3 hour, and then they jump to a week, and they're back to 5 minute. It's the closest you will go insane. And believe me, I've seen this happen. People implode. They go insane with this type of strategy. You need to focus on your time frame focus of where you need to be, and stick to that one time frame. Otherwise, it's a problem. It's a problem. So once again, UTC teaches you this. We show you the timeframes we use. We show you how to get that entry and exit criteria, how to determine and work out risk limits, as well as stop loss, very advanced stop loss methods. And that's all covered in the course. Again, the link is here below in the description. So going to point 5, limit over trading. Limit over trading. So, taking too many trades, especially in day trading, leads to fatigue and losses. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen this too. It does not help you have thousands of coins. And I know when we started back in 2016, 14, 16, 15, there was just a number of coins that you had, but we have thousands of coins now that's available. So which one to choose? And I see a lot of people take the approach of they will accumulate as many coins as possible, even if it is millions of coins. But that's overtrading. We need to stick to the plan again. We need to have a limited amount of number of coins. And then we also, how do you limit overtrading? We set a daily trade limit. So, for instance, 2 to 3 highly probability setups. And stop trading after hitting your profit or loss threshold. So those limits that we put in for, say, that 2 and 3 coins that you are trading, you have your entries, your exits, and if that hit, you're out of it. You start planning ahead. We go then back to mindset 4. We then plan ahead again of what we're going to do with a re-entry of, say, said coin, or look for another coin to do it. Now, Day Trade Masters makes it very easy. They give you all the coins that you need to trade. MTT2, very good setups on the medium term and day trade time frames that you can use, and it saves you a lot of time to go search for these very nice setups. So go check it out. Day Trade Masters, MTT, and also Day Trade Masters for limited time. MTT is included in Day Trade Masters, so you will have links in the description below. Mindset 6, embrace losses as learning opportunities. Now, fear of losses can paralyze traders or lead to revenge trading. I've seen this. We need to embrace a loss. And then again, that's where stop loss comes into play. We need a stop loss. If you trade without a stop loss, you're trading on very fine ice and dangerous ground, especially in a day trade, medium term type of scene, especially if you're not in front of the computer. Always have a stop loss. Yes, it can trigger. It can spike to it. That's 5%. But will you rather be out at 5% or at 40%, like Nico once did, going to the grocery store, and when he came back, he had no stop loss, and I was down 40%. So where does it end? That's precisely, embrace your losses. It's a learning opportunity. I always talk about it as paying school fees. All the losses I've incurred in my life, I've learned out of it. It's a school fee I paid. But at least I've learned out of it, and I now know not to do it again in future. So after a loss, what you can do maybe, write down what went wrong. That's a good idea. Write down what went wrong. I entered too early, say on this 2-hour chart. Now I need to focus and not do it again. Maybe look at the higher time frames first before I enter. and make a note in a journal of what went wrong, or on a pad next to your computer. I've found that works quite amazingly. Let's quickly mindset 7. So focus on process. Focus on the process, not profits. Very important. Do not let money cloud your judgment. I've seen this too. It increases the pressure. It increases desperation. Like I said, the robber of all gains is desperation, for sure. So do not let money cloud your judgment. Especially too, I've seen this happening, say, in a country that has, say, a different type of exchange rate than a dollar, where people now trying to figure out, okay, but I made $10 now. How much is that in my currency? And they totally forget to focus on what's going on in front of them. So first, prioritize executing your trading plan correctly. Remember the trading plan we spoke about that we teach you too in UTC and in bitcointaf.com. Focus on that. So follow trend lines on a 4-hour chart, for instance. Say on a day trade, medium term, we look at those trend lines. We look at the support resistance lines. We look at all of those things that they have to hit that profit target, and then we take profit from there. So we focus on the process. We focus on the strategy, not the profits. There's this old song, The Gambler, that I don't know, I can't remember who's the guy that sang it, but like an old country song of The Gambler. You only count your money afterwards. You only look at your profits afterwards. You do not focus on it while you are trading. So very, very good mindset there. Mindset 8, avoid market FOMO, fear of missing out. You can hear this in the trading community. You can still hear this abbreviation a lot. Fear of missing out. FOMO drives impulsive trades, especially in volatile crypto markets, like any type of market in a crypto market. So it drives impulsive trades. Impulsive trades is going to make you not get profit. The market, I always say in the UTC course, markets will humble you. If you think you're on top of it, you think you're winning, you think you're better, you will be humbled by the market. It happened to me countless times in my life. So first, how are we going to avoid this market FOMO? First, we wait for your setup to align with your time frame. Let it set up, let it align, let it get to those levels, let it go past your entry point, let it take a support and then move up. And look at your indicators. Are they showing still going up? And then you make your decision based on that. And that's the strategy we also use. Instead of chasing price spikes. And you also will not tell a market what to do. I don't know why a lot of people do that. They're like, no, the market's still it's going up, it needs to go up. You better go up. Market's not going to listen to you. So that FOMO. Or if something spiked already and you're climbing into it too late, your indicator clearly shows you, no, we're heading to a top. It's what we call FOMO. We need to avoid that. But we teach you in all our courses, in UTC, DeFi, Day Trade Masters. We also have some great free learning material there. We teach you how to avoid those things, how to avoid FOMO, and just stay in and be cool about it. So mindset 9, stay consistent with risk management. Very, very true. Inconsistent risk sizing destroys accounts. So risk management comes down where you use a fixed risks per trade. Meaning you think, okay, with this trade, this is the risk I can take. This is where my stop loss will be in each trade. And that is then the risk you take. And you keep it at a decent percentage, that risk management portion. You don't make you do not make an astronomical stop loss far below, and this is the way that you can easily then, if you're not in front of a computer, you can lose, say, a lot of profit as the market goes down. Another thing I can also put you on risk management that we teach, and it's a little tip for you, that we teach in an ultimate trading course as well as in Day Trade Masters, is always have alerts on. The alert system is such a strong and powerful thing you can use in TradingView. Keep that on. That is something that you will definitely thank me for later. It's one of the strategies that we teach, and it's one of the ones we use ourselves. So alerts is a very, very good one to also have here. But yes, stay consistent with risk management. And then lastly, mindset 10. Cultivate patience for better trades. Impatience, again, is the killer of profits. Impatience leads to premature entries or exits, especially if you're looking at more longer or medium-term type of trading. We cannot get impatient. We have to look at what the market's doing, what our indicators is pointing out, what the strategy is telling us. We cannot get impatient. So we wait for high probability setups and avoid forcing trades in a choppy market. So if it's a choppy market, and I always say this, a choppy market, the market's going to slice and dice you. Like two Ginzu knives, it's going to slice and dice you. We need to stay away from choppy markets. How do you do that? How do we see these type of things? Once again, the indicators, like the detonator shows us. It's not a good time now. We're only getting at the bottom, the top. We're not going to be in the middle where it chops us up. So it's one of the points that we can also look at, as well as the strategy we teach you once again. We wait. Myself, there's lots of trades that I sometimes just skip because I'm waiting for that high, good setup that I can see. Definitely, this is a good profit region that I'm going to make there. So that's it then for the mindset section of the Day Trade Masters, or Trading with Day Trade Masters here today. And I think it's that time to jump into pattern of the week. Pattern of the week. And also I will give just a little example of the pattern of the week on TradingView Live as well here. So let's hop into that. So pattern of the week. Let's go there quickly. Chart pattern of the week. Remember, there is an Ultimate Charts pattern book with the Bitcoin trend and forecast on the products channel. In Day Trade Masters, as well as Ultimate Trading course, as well as the Ultimate DeFi course of Corey, we look at all of these things. And this is one of the books that you can really refer to. Gives you some great insights. And I always thought it well to present each week also a chart pattern or candlestick pattern of the week. Now remember, in this one, we cover chart patterns, we cover candlestick patterns. All of those beautiful patterns you get and ever will need is covered in this book. I believe there's a new update that's already out. So check it out and get into it. But yeah, for today, pattern of the week will be the doji pattern right here. You will see on the left-hand side. Now, I've got a collection of neutral and basic patterns here. And then the Ultimate Trading course, we teach you all of this. All of these are also available in the chart patterns book. But yes, the doji here on the left-hand side, it looks like a very long cross. Now, they are also spinning tops. There's Marubozu and there's star patterns, or candlestick patterns. But I want to focus on a doji. But you'll see on the top, I say neutral basic patterns. Neutral patterns. There's a reason where we have these when we see them in a trend. So I'm just going to jump into TradingView here quickly. And open TradingView there. And I just got Aave here. I got it on this 12-hour time frame. So let's quickly see here. Let's go and search for one. Remember, it's like a long candle and then a small little plus body at the bottom. Now, on higher time frames, it's a little bit more tricky to get hold of them, those dojis. But on more a type of shorter time frame, or if you go a little bit shorter, you tend to see them a lot more. But remember, it was a long pattern with a plus. Now here, you can see almost here, if I zoom in here, let's get my little arrow here. Right here, this red one, that almost are at that point of a doji. You can see the body is very, very, very small, the opening and closing of the body. Now remember, when we talk about candlestick patterns, we have an opening of a pattern, you got a closing of a pattern. And then you got the candles. The candle is just basically like, if you think about the footsteps, if you walked in mud and your footsteps remains behind, this is what a candle weak is. Just is where it went and then go back. It just gives you an idea of where it went. So you have that data also that you can use. I think that one is very, very close to a doji right there. And we're going to discuss what the doji actually means. I don't see any other one here. Maybe someone else can spot one. But yes, I think that one is most close. There's also one. You can see right here. Might be also a very nice example right there. And they almost become like one of the other trading patterns that we will still, candlestick patterns that we will still discuss. Yes, but dojis are simple to understand. I think those are two of the most or best examples. Here's also one here. I just give my little arrow there. There's also one there that we can use. Also one up here, perhaps. Right here. So when it comes to a doji pattern, and I'll check now if there's any questions and answer those questions live. If there's a doji pattern like this, we need to remember that it means indecision in the market. That's the word, indecision. When it happens, you know, okay, the market is having a bit of is a bit indecisive. It does not really know what's going to happen right here. Are we still heading downwards? Are we going to turn around? This doji just shows you, okay, there's a bit of indecision. That's what I call it a neutral candlestick pattern too. Neutral, because it's a bit of indecision. It's a bit of, I do not know where I need to go now. Let's see what happens with the next buys and sells in the market. And that's when that appears. So it's very important that we understand what this means right here. So you can see also there, doji form didn't really know what's going to go on. And then you get this type of move, like we called earlier, what I said, type of a slice and dice movement in the market, doing this type of sideways movement. Now we are very, very cautious when we see that, because it means it's a lot of indecision in the market. It's not really going upwards and not really going downwards. It's just going sideways a bit. And those candlestick patterns, like the doji, tells us that too, and indicates that to us too. So that's very, very important that we understand. And in a sideways move, yes, there's small little moves they can look at, but the detonator and all of our indicators also shows us no, it's not the right time now. So once again, Detonator 6 version is out. You can have it with the Ultimate Trading course, available through the Ultimate Trading course as well. And definitely one of the only indicators I look at when I'm trading. And yes, very, very happy with it. So I think that is it. So thank you so much for joining me this week. Let's first check, is there any questions? Let's see. Wow, a lot of people watching. Thanks so much for everyone watching. No questions yet. Okay, so everyone's happy. No one has questions regarding this type of info that I just displayed. Yes, mindset is very, very important. Very, very important. So, okay. No questions I can see. So, thank you then for joining me this week. You have the Day Trade Masters live tips and tricks and how to trade with Day Trade Masters. We'll definitely make this a regular segment, and it's each week on Tuesdays. So please mark your calendar. Can I please also ask that you like and subscribe down at the bottom? Also the alert little bell. Get that, and you'll also be notified of when we are going live with these calls as well. So we will also, these calls and these webinars, I also stick to the playlists. We got some great playlists in bitcointout.com's YouTube channel. Go and just check out the playlist there. You will get a whole selection and collection of what we did already. So please have a look at all our products. Have a look at Day Trade Masters. Like I said, limited time, MTT is included in Day Trade Masters. Links is in the description, as well as all the courses. The Ultimate Trading course is there. The Ultimate DeFi course of Corey is there, where we jump very much deeper into the DeFi space. Wallets, taxation, all of those lovely DeFi subjects we cover there as well. So check it out too. So thank you for joining me. And remember, trade smart, stay sharp, and let's conquer the markets with Day Trade Masters. Have a great week further. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.